Ruby Pearl Elzee was born February the 20th, 1908 in Pontotoc, Mississippi. She had a sister named Amanda Elzee. You have to remember that Ruby lived during a time when opportunity didn't come very easily for young African Americans, especially females. Ruby's father left when she was 5, and her mother single-handedly raised her 4 children by teaching school at the Pontotoc Colored School, picking cotton, and doing laundry for the white folk. Ruby would help her mother with her chores, singing while she worked. She has said that even as a child, she dreamed of being on the stage one day. Ruby was a freshman at an HBCU liberal arts college in Holly Springs, Mississippi, when a professor from Ohio State was visiting Rust on an academic study. Enamored with her voice, McCracken made arrangements to enroll Ruby at Ohio State. He became the only real father figure she ever had. Despite Ruby's incredible voice, she could not read a lick of music. Of course, there was discrimination to overcome in Ohio for her as well. There were 3 students from Texas who refused to sit in the same section of the chorus as Ruby, and so the choral director asked her if she would mind sitting in the back. She graciously agreed. By the time Ruby graduated from Ohio State, she could play the piano, perform in 4 different languages, and could read and write music. Opportunity was all she needed. From Ohio State, Ruby went to Juilliard School of Music in New York City, and from there she made her way to Broadway. Ruby landed a small part in The Emperor Jones, where she became friends with Diva Hayward, who was just beginning to work with composer George Gershwin on Porgy and Bess. Gershwin heard Ruby sing City Called Heaven, and that's all he needed to know. He cast Ruby as Serena, the opera's 2nd female lead. There is so much more to Ruby Elzee than I'm simply going to be able to present in a 5 to 8 minute video. I really do hope you'll do some research on your own. Porgy and Bess premiered in the fall of 1935. Ruby played the role of Serena more than 800 times between 1935 and 43. Ruby became a guest on radio shows. She played a regular reoccurring role in The Melody Master. She also appeared with stars such as Fred Allen and Bing Crosby. In 1936, she made her concert debut with George Gershwin and the New York Philharmonic. Following Gershwin's death the next year, she sang tributes in New York and in Hollywood. Her concert with the Los Angeles Philharmonic was broadcast worldwide over CBS radio. In the fall of 1937, she sang at New York's Town Hall and then at the White House for First Lady Eleanor Roosevelt. This would have been undoubtedly the high point of her career. Even after her role in Birth of the Blues with Bing Crosby and singing at the White House, Ruby returned home to Pontotoc County in 1940 for what turned out to be her last visit home. During her tour through some of the county's churches, she was interviewed by the newspaper in her hometown of Pontotoc. She said that her amazing career could all be summed up in the title of one of the spirituals that she liked to sing, "The Lord Done Laid His Hand on Me." Ruby is quoted in the December 1942 issue of the Christian Advocate as saying, "I believe prejudice is based altogether on misunderstanding and fear, and I pray that the day will come when my race will find the way to let it be known that what they want is not the sort of thing the white people fear. In the new world for which we are fighting, Negroes ask only to be considered as men and women with the right to work, out their salvation with, as Mr. Lincoln put it, malice toward none, with liberty and justice for all. Ruby appeared in 5 films during her short career and was at the height of her popularity as a singer when she signed the contract to make her grand opera debut in the title role of Verdi's Ada. On June 26, 1943, just 1 week after her final performance as Serena in Porgy and Bess, Ruby Elzee died in Detroit following surgery to remove a benign tumor. Ruby was such an accomplished musician, entertainer, creator, and singer in her short 12-year career that her story is just screaming to be told. If you like this kind of content, please consider giving us a boop on that like button, or maybe even subscribe. I hope you've enjoyed visiting with Ruby Elzee today, and want to encourage you to listen to some of her music and maybe even come to the Pontotoc City Cemetery and visit with her yourself sometime. Thank you.